Morning, everybody. My name's Heather, and today I'd like to answer the question, what is an Irish flute? So, first of all, it is a flute, and I find it easiest to discuss the Irish flute in comparison to the flute that everybody knows, which is the band flute. So, first of all, the biggest difference is material. The band flute is made out of metal, and this is made out of wood. So what does the wood affect? It affects how you care for it, and it affects the sound. Those are the two biggest differences in terms of material. So wood instruments, you kind of have to treat them like a person. Don't leave them in a hot car on a sunny day when it's 90 degrees outside. Don't leave it anywhere where it's going to be subjected to freezing temperatures. They are more susceptible to humidity than metal. I mean, metal will expand and contract depending on how hot or how cold it is outside, and that affects the pitch. These do this quite a bit more. If they're cold, you got to warm them up slowly. Leave them in their case for a little bit at the place that you're going to be playing at until they kind of get acclimated a little bit. Wood can swell a little bit, making it hard to take them apart when they are subjected to humidity. They can crack if they get too dry. That's why you need to be sure to oil them. There's all kinds of directions online, and you talk to anybody about types of oils that you can use to oil the wood and keep it nicely lubricated. With all those things, I mean, they just take a little bit more care. The other thing is that they sound different, and I'll get to that in just a second, but the other biggest difference is the key system. This is a simple system flute, is what the class of flutes is called, and that means it doesn't have a whole lot of keys. It's mostly open hole. So that affects the technique for playing. On a band flute, you can just press down a key and it'll make a note. With an open hole flute, you have to be sure to cover the holes and get a nice, good seal with the fleshy part of your finger. Otherwise, it might honk, or it might make a whoosh noise, or any number of things that make it just not sound very good if you aren't getting a nice, good seal. It just takes a little bit more practice. Now this, in terms of keys, this is a 4-key flute. This is the minimum number of keys that you can have on a flute and have it be able to be fully chromatic. This means that not only can I play Irish music, I can also play medieval music, Renaissance music. I've played early Baroque and classical on it. It does fantastic for, by the way. But this is a little bit atypical. I don't see a whole lot of Irish flutes that just have 4 keys. Usually they have 6 or they have 8, or no keys at all. And so that's kind of a little cool thing about it. Now back to the wood and the tone. That is the thing that I love most about the Irish flute, is how it sounds. The silver flute, band flute, has this beautifully pure, clean, crystal clear tone to it. This flute has a little bit of character. It's got a little bit of bark and a little bit of bite to the edge of the tone. In Irish circles, that's called chiff. It's just the rough edge to the tone. And that, combined with the fact that you have open holes, you can, there's all kinds of little tips and tricks and things that you can learn, and you can really, it's almost like the flute talks in a way. It really, you can get it to have this type of quality to the sound that just makes it sound like it's speaking. And that, I think, is what is most fun about this flute, is the versatility, both in tone and sound, but then just, you know, the types of sounds that you can get out of it. So those are the biggest differences between an Irish flute and a standard flute, and that helps kind of answer the question of what is an Irish flute in a little more than 5 minutes. So my name's Heather. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to be doing a few more videos in the future about how to play, how to get started, fun things you can do with your flutes. And so thank you again. Have a good day.